everyone, my name is Shelby, otherwise known as Shelbizzle here on YouTube, and I'm coming at you today with a video about 24 things that I have learned within the 24 years of my life. And yes, that makes me feel very old saying that. There's not too much to say for this intro other than I feel like I've come a long way in life. I feel like I've been through quite a bit and I feel like I've learned a lot, and I just wanted to share that today with you guys. And because my birthday is this upcoming weekend, I thought this would be the perfect video to put out this Friday. And before we get into this, I just want to mention that I am a pretty serious person. Typically, I'm not the most funny person, so most of my life lessons are going to be serious, but I'll try to sprinkle some funny ones in for you guys. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing I've learned over the years is to never let your opinion be who you are. Your opinions are things that you think and believe, but you should always be willing to swap them out when new information is presented to you. The second thing I've learned now that I am officially old and 24 is that while you are young and free, you should take advantage of it. I just graduated college about a year ago, and as soon as I got on that first 8 to 5 schedule, it was like, man, I should have taken advantage of all the free time and all the financial freedom also that I had back then. Number 3 is take every opportunity that comes your way. I've taken so many opportunities in my life that have led me to different paths, different interests, gotten me to know people and helped in my professional life with networking and things like that. So any opportunity that comes your way, any internship, volunteer program, any field trip, anything like that that comes into your life, take it. Number 4 is love is always going to be hiding in the places you least expect it. It's not going to come from the person you want it to come from, typically. It's not going to come after you meet the perfect person and go on the perfect first date. It's going to be when you're least expecting it. Number 5 is there is no such thing as a beauty standard. Beauty is within the eye of the beholder. There are people who would be considered hideous by society's standards, but I think they're beautiful, and same goes for me. Maybe because I am a bigger person, a more plus size woman, some people think that that is not part of the standard of beauty, but my girlfriend thinks I'm beautiful, and that's enough for me. Number 6 is student loans are not chill. Do not take out student loans thinking, oh, one day I'll graduate and get a good paying job and I'll just pay them back. No, it's not chill. The thing is, take out as little as you need. Only take out what you need. Do not take out excess. And I say that from someone who is trying to pay off her student loans so that she can live a more freeing life. Yeah. Take them seriously. Number 7 is you can't reason anyone out of an opinion they did not reason themselves into. So if you come across someone who has an opinion that doesn't make any sense and you try to talk some sense into them, you're not going to be able to do that. They'll save you a lot of anxiety, stress, frustration, just know that. Number 8 is if you are lactose intolerant, do not drink a milkshake when you're about to be away from restrooms for over an hour. Specifically when you're walking around campus. That could end really badly. Also, just in general, don't drink cow's milk. Our bodies were not meant to digest it. Number 9 is you should always take time for yourself to be lazy or sad if it's needed. I think it's very important to take care of yourself and your emotions when they arise. But number 10 is also know when to use time management and when enough is enough and when it's gone on for too long. Number 11 is that failure is always going to seem like a really bad thing until you look back on it in the future and you realize what you learned from it. So don't dwell on something when you failed at it. Accept it, move on, and then look back at it in the future and you will understand why that happened to you and what you learned from it. Number 12 is you don't have to be normal. As a matter of fact, there's no such thing as normal. And number 13 is whatever is perceived as normal is usually pretty boring anyway. Number 14 is never play beer pong with Everclear, never make jello shots with Everclear. Actually, never buy Everclear. Don't drink that shit. Number 15 is waking up early is not always a bad thing. If you wake up early when you don't have to, truth is you can get a lot done and you'll feel like you are much more fulfilled throughout your day. Number 16 is travel as much as possible. Take every opportunity you can, whether it be study abroad or a trip with your friends or a volunteer group that takes you somewhere, whether it's on your own penny, whatever you can do, travel as much as you can. Number 17 is never be afraid to ask questions. I think our society is really good at making us feel stupid when we don't know something, but the truth is there are no such thing as a stupid question. It's much better to get the answer than to waste time wondering. Number 18 is when you're inside your tent in the forest and it's raining, rain that is falling from the trees can sound a lot like bare footsteps. It's probably not a bear, it's probably just a rain. Save yourself the anxiety attack. Number 19 is to always remember that one person can make a difference. Everything that has happened in history that has advanced our society started with just one person. And it's very important to me to keep that in the back of your head and never let yourself believe that you can't make a difference, because that's not going to drive you, and one person absolutely can make a difference. Number 19 is showering with your partner is never going to be as sexy as you think it's going to be. It's going to be very inconvenient. She's going to get in your way, and if you're going to try to do some stuff, it's just wet and sometimes it's cold and it's just not fun. Save yourself the time. Number 21 is who you are in high school is very likely not who you are going to be when you're 24. The things that you think matter now in high school are not going to matter once you get out of high school. And I mean that so much. I wish I could explain to you how much I mean that, but just know that whatever you're stressing about, whatever you're worried about, whatever's making you anxious or depressed, it's not going to matter once you get through it. You just have to get through it. Number 22 is that there are some hills around the country, or specifically in LA, where the hill leads you right up to a stop sign. And I want you to know that your Prius is not going to be able to make it up that hill past the stop sign, because if you stop on a hill like this with a Prius, you're not going to be able to get over it. So know that right now. You're not going to make it, but it's okay if you try, because you can just roll back down. Number 23 is probably one of the most important things I've learned within my 24 years, and that is that I do not know anything. The more I learn, the older I get, the more I realize I don't know anything about this world, about people, about our society, about history, about anything. I'm learning so much every single day, and you should always be open to learning new things, because you don't know everything, and the older you get, you will understand that. And number 24 is also one of the most important things I've learned in my lifetime, and that is that if your dreams do not scare you, they are not big enough. They're not a big enough challenge for you. They're not going to push you to your edge. They're not going to bring out the best in you and make you work as hard as you can to achieve that goal. If your dreams are not scaring you, you need bigger dreams. And that's it for today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. Honestly, almost all of these tips could be made into their own video topics, and I could discuss them so much further. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys later this week. And remember, until next time, create the peace. Cut to that song I used to listen to as a kid that was super cheesy but super relevant.
When the world was flat and mom